Don't shoot my ship!
Is it shooting?
Yes!
Shit.
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh no. Now see, these are proper engineering problems.
What?
Beginning to put something in and having to work back around it.
Yeah.
Leave my cords alone, you little twerp. Come on. Out you go. There you go. It's funny when he chases after the laser. It's like he has jazz hands. Just skirts across the floor. It's quite adorable. Okay. It's going to break symmetry, but if we take out these three here, and put in one of these, that would continually have those lined up. And because of the previous redundancy, that will work out there. Gotta love redundancy. Let's get rid of that. Actually, let's see. If we put in a medium container here, that would serve the same purpose, and I wouldn't need to extend it out further than I already have to. So let's do that. Let's take that here, turn it around there. That remains piped up there. And another table can go here too, a lower one. Alright. Well, not really, because the small ones... And that's hooked directly into the ice, so that works out. Ice and other cargo. And the small ones are strictly for uranium. So if I did do a station, it would have to have a dual setup itself. Alright.
So are we going to be doing a small grid station as well?
Oh, I wouldn't do a small grid station. Hell no. Are you nuts? Don't answer that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we could do it in the same world.
Oh, hell no. Not the way Space Engineers is now.
No.
It kind of messes with some of the lines on my ship.
Alright, flat bulkhead it is. Might come back and do something with that. Maybe.
I've actually found it kind of interesting how both with this, what we've been working on with this series, how our building has changed, because I could see it in the large ship that we started with the live stream.
Yeah.
The frying pan.
Did you ever play Chrono Cross?
No.
There was a character in there. It's hard to call her a main character. It's hard to call any of them outside of the main protagonist a main character. It was a... I know I am touching on sensitive subjects and possibly going to trigger some people, but it's a sequel, quote unquote, to Chrono Trigger. Yeah, Chrono Trigger. But the love interest of the protagonist in his home village, not the mysterious other land that he visits. This one focuses on realities over time. Her name is Lena, and she fights with a frying pan, as does another character. As a matter of fact, I think there's a couple of characters that fight with frying pans, including a cook.
Well, at least the cook makes sense to me.
Yeah. And I can't remember what the cook's name was. He was in the mill. Oh crap! A long time since I played it. I think it was the same island the demi-humans came from. Because everything they send ends with cha. What cha doing? Stuff like that. Silliness. Anyway, the frying pan brought that memory up.
So, I'm a little confused. Why would this bother people?
A lot of people... It received some hate because of how confusing it was. And the fact that despite it being technically a sequel to Chrono Trigger, it has... It's less a sequel and more of taking place in its mythos, I guess? Like...
Or kind of like a spiritual successor?
Sort of, but at the same time, you fight things that deal with Lavos. You fight some of the characters that were in Chrono Trigger. You deal with a few playable characters that are possibly characters from Chrono Trigger. Same world, same cities, similar cities. It's weird. I mean, the game itself was wonderful. I loved the game. It's one of my favorites. But it seems like some people don't like the idea of it being called a proper sequel.
Oh, strange.
People are strange. But it's very easily one of my all-time favorite games that I'd not even thought about when Balt asked us that question. Because it's been quite a while. That was PlayStation 1, about midlife of the PlayStation 1, I think.
Okay.
It's got music on it that I have on my phone to this day that I listen to regular.
Okay, I've got a question.
Okay.
For the design that I have going, I'm not sure which way I should go with it.
All right. Need my presence, or is it a question?
Might be better if you were over here so that you can give me which direction.
Okay. Let me throw these in so I don't forget to do it later. And
there.
On my way. If I can get back out of my ship. Alright, where am I going?
To the nacelle, where I am.
Alright.
Okay, and I need to fix something I just accidentally deleted real quick, so... actually, I can fix that later. Alright. So these are the thrusters that I'm looking at, how I'm setting them up. Now, in between I have enough space that I could put a sage thruster. Should I have... this would be the horizontal thrusters for operating on planet.
Okay, so they're atmosphere.
Yeah. These are atmosphere, and I was thinking about putting sage thrusters in because I don't have horizontal sage. But... well, I know I'm going to put horizontal sage in there, but I don't know whether I should put the horizontal sage thrusters on pointing towards the outside, or have them pointing towards the inside and then being able to use the outside line for detail work.
Hmm. I would say go with the detail work.
Okay.
So I was thinking about it the other day when we were talking about the new DuckTales,
Yeah.
and you'd mentioned how they were wanting to do, multi-universe with like, adding in Darkwing and DuckTales and possibly Tailspin and whatnot, and all that would work. And I'd mentioned Rescue Rangers or something, or we had talked about how
Yeah.
it wouldn't work in a new universe. I don't see why it couldn't. Just take them out of the humans world. I mean, this is a full sort of reboot, restart, re-going with everything.
True.
I mean, I would not be upset if they just snatched them out of the human world and put them into Duckburg or Cape Suzette or anywhere else.
Having them be kind of an adventuring group or a...
Sure. And don't have to change the size or nothing. I mean, if you go back to classic Disney, what two little shitheads were bothering Donald? A lot.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, exactly. So they're already canon to their own world if they really wanted to do that.
True.
And I like to see what they do with a new mystery series like that.
I am not looking forward to trying to paint this thing.
Yeah, no, I should have been thinking about it as I went.
Yeah.
Mine, I might be able to get away with a simple single color paint job, and because I'm going multi layers, I might be able to get away with, using the buttons for the painting a lot of it at once.
Yeah, the global paint.
Yeah.
Or base paint, or whatever you want to call it.
I might be able to get away with that on mine.
Yeah, I've kind of already screwed the pooch on anything other than gray. Or whatever I set the base color to.
I will have to admit, despite the aggravations that we've probably both run into, I've probably had more fun building these small ships now than I have any other ship.
Yeah. I've tried building a small ship gone wild type build before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's never worked out just because I'd get frustrated and go, nope, I'm tired.
Right.
I'm not doing this.
I think I'm going to go ahead and redo these and invert them. I think an inverted glass. Never mind, because it's reflecting outside and there's nothing to reflect. Yeah.
Boy, this would be a very... Oh. I'm happy... Well... Okay, for a while there, I thought, like a lot of people, why did the... what if they had optimized space engineers specifically for small ships?
Mm-hmm.
And unless they put in large block sized small blocks, like a 5x5 square or something like that, I don't think it would work. Can you imagine trying to build something like the Dunwich?
With all small blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, that wasn't going to happen. But then you got... And then again, we haven't seen much of it yet. There's that one game. It looks like it's possibly all small blocks, or it might not be. Two worlds, or dual worlds, or something of that nature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It looks like that's all small blocks, or at least things that we've seen so far.
Well, also we have to think about how the world is set up. I mean, if you're solely on a planet,
Mm-hmm.
I can see just small blocks working just fine. Because honestly, when we were on the planet,
Right.
other than our escape ship, all our ships were small block. So, well, the escape ship and Cornelius, but Cornelius was just because we kind of had to, because the other blocks we were using weren't in small block, like the mining drills.
Right.
And they used so much power, it would have been insane to try and build a small ship version of it. Want to take a guess at how long we've been going for now?
2.5 hours.
Thereabouts. I mean, that's since you got in.
Right.
We were fighting with it for about an hour before you got in, so.
Pretty much. So, one of my favorite Japanese restaurants to eat at offered, for the first time that I can remember, ramen. Now, I'm aware that ramen originated China. I know that. But they offer it because I'm sure everybody and their cousin's been asking for it.
Yeah.
And I saw it on the menu, and I decided, okay, I'm going to try it. I was a little disappointed. You want to take a wild guess at what I've got?
Noodles?
I got instant ramen noodles with what looked like, beforehand, frozen chicken patties, fried, cut up, warmed up, in miso soup, chopped green onions, and what looked like seaweed. With a rather tasty egg in it, mind you, but yeah.
Most of that sounds pretty... Other than the instant ramen.
Yeah. My biggest disappointment was actually with the noodles and the chicken. The miso soup itself it was in was pretty good. The egg was beautifully cooked. It was probably one of the creamiest yolks I've ever had. And the seaweed, of course, and the chopped onions. You can't really go wrong with that. I'm not sure what they call the seaweed. I forget the name of it. They use it in the sushi and whatnot.
Yeah.
But overall, my biggest disappointment was the noodles and the chicken. I mean, oh my god, man! And it was like $10 for a bowl. Now, granted, it was just like a giant dog bowl. It was huge. They gave me a ladle to eat with. It was big. But overall, I was disappointed, especially at the $10 range.
Yeah.
And especially considering that ramen is essentially a poor man's food. At least it used to be.
Yeah.
Much like sea cockroach used to be a poor man's food. We've had that conversation before, though.
Yep.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've done this enough times now. We are rehashing old conversations. Although in this case...
we definitely need a third man.
Yeah, it's getting to that point, isn't it?
Yes. I think that may be a little excessive. You will agree when if you come over. It's just a tad bit excessive.
All right.
Especially considering how I was going to set up those guns.
Where am I going? Nacelle?
Yeah, front of the nacelle.
Yeah. Yeah, when I see fixed guns, I'm thinking, yeah, he's going into combat.
Yeah.
The flying frying pan don't need fixed guns. Unless you really, really want them.
I think I'm going to have a couple of fixed guns.
Mm-hmm.
Like a smaller emplacement with both guns mixed on each nacelle, pointing forward. Because if we had like the energy weapon mod,
Right.
I'd have beam weapons coming out from the middle of this point.
Okay.
Okay, I guess the guns that I was going to use don't have to use large transport tubes.
Nice.
I thought the ammo was going to have to go through large, but
Right.
after looking at it, it doesn't look like it, so I might be able to switch to a smaller piping system through the nacelle wings, which will be nice.
And I realize I probably could be mirroring this part that I'm doing, since it's right in the middle of the ship, but oh well.
So
Too late
I am
now.
in my camera, so my listening...
Don't shoot my ship!
Is it shooting?
Yes!
Shit.
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh no.
How bad how bad is it?
Oh,
How bad is it?
No. I'm engineering.
Did you blueprint it? Please tell me you blueprinted it.
I did, but that was a little while ago.
Shit.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh god. I'm so sorry. We're in the same freaking faction. How did that happen?
Because we're in creative and the things that you build belong to nobody. They gotta fix that. Come on, we're
okay. F8. We're okay. There's yours. There's mine.
the damage isn't bad.
Okay.
The hole is pretty big though.
Oh god. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
It could have been worse. It could have been so much worse. You go ahead and check out the
shotguns
damage.
could have gone off.
Yeah, I'm glad I turned those off. Let's go and delete these right here since that's actually causing a problem. And whoop, down I go. And let's see, was anything shot beyond that? I don't think it was. I think it's just wall damage and random medium container in here. Yeah, I think it's just wall damage. Well,
okay, that is definitely going inside in the episode.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
I'm looking forward to seeing your perspective on that.
Yeah, I'm just inside working on my interior design, and I hear ka-clang, 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 ka-clang. Walk outside, and there's a hole in my ship.
Alright, so is this the door inside?
Yeah.
Or downstairs?
Yeah.
Ugh. This is a ship for dwarves.
Yeah?
Oh, it wasn't just wall damage.
No? You found more?
Nope, I got, there's some floor damage.
I didn't see it. Oh, wow. Okay. A little bit of floor interior wall damage. I didn't lose my reactors though.
Yeah. Okay, as far as I can tell, that's it. That was everything.
Alright. If I come across something, I'll let you know.
Okay. I did. I mean, honestly, for a ship that probably doesn't have its exterior hull on,
Could have been
and as many shots as I got off, I'm kind of disappointed.
worse. Well, consider they are small ship variants.
True. I think your bedrooms are bigger than the bedrooms in mine.
Probably. I didn't intend them to be quite that big. But I didn't know if we were going to go with a decorative mod or trying to use what we have in-game to make the bedrooms.
Yeah, and you can still shave them down to make them smaller.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, I can do something with that.
Hey, did I not put all the decorative in? I think we've discussed this.
Yeah, no, I don't think we did.
Would you like me for next time to load those in?
I don't know. I think at some point, I really don't know. I could probably go with or without them. I'll let you make that decision.
You know, the last thing we're going to do with these ships is ram them into each other, right?
Oh, certainly. Certainly.
I don't think we've had other than the very first build-off that we did, I don't think we've had one where we haven't ended up ramming each other.
Yeah. Or ramming into something.
Right? Okay, the turrets are turned off. What took me a second to realize that the turrets were shooting was I was holding Alt and thought I had hit Control with the Shift key. So I thought the wing turrets were shooting, or the wing guns.